Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Ethereum. Your daily update. In terms of the price action, not much has happened. We did get a little bit of a move down though this morning, which we will talk about. I think that's not necessarily a bearish move, but so that's good. But the situation for Ethereum is still not great, right? I mean, we're still below the level we basically want to be above, which is this level right here between 4,250 or 4,240 and 4,300. So we'll talk a little bit more about, can we expect some sort of a bullish breakout above that, or are we going to drop down lower into the 90-day rolling VWAP? Now, yesterday I said that it was most likely that we were, or at least, that was most likely, or at least that you should expect us to move into the 90-day rolling VWAP, and I still do think that, right? And the key reason for that is that if I go through the entire market every single morning, and then I look at all major coins, right? So I look at Bitcoin, I look at XRP, I take a look at Solana, I take a look at Sui, I take a look at Ethereum. And when I take a look at Ethereum, I think it's by far, at least on the lower time frames, it's the weakest. Now, yesterday, fundamentally, we spoke about this, right? That the exit queue over the course of the middle of September has increased significantly as well. So this is basically Ethereum that's waiting to be unstaked, to be potentially sold off. Who knows whether it's going to be sold off? We don't know. But potentially it's going to be sold off. And there are still these treasury companies buying up Ethereum, but this is a lot of Ethereum to buy up, right? So that's going to be, it's going to be difficult. And it also seems, if you take a look at the entry queue, which has also decreased, it also seems that less Ethereum is being bought up at this point of time. But okay, that's the truth as it is right now. Fundamentally, that's not great. I think ultimately, look, my thoughts on Ethereum can be very easily summed up. And that is that short term we're bearish. We had a bearish breakdown right here on below 4,300 and 4,250 with a lot of volume, and we have not been able to reclaim that so far. I think today we do have I think we have the opportunity to reclaim that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But first of all, that's bearish short term, right? And then fundamentally short term, I would also be bearish because of that validator queue. That's not great. But then on the higher time frames, I still have to be bullish, right? If you take a look at the 3-day time frame, Ethereum is still holding the breakout above this massive resistance level between 4,000 and 3,700. And ultimately, we've seen a couple of times where that validator queue became quite long. For Ethereum that wanted to exit Ethereum, and it always, at least so far this year, it always was able to recover, and we were always able to see new Ethereum being bought up, and that exit queue being absorbed by the price action. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. But those are my thoughts on Ethereum right now. And today, like I said, I think we have a little bit of a chance for recovery, but that is mostly because Wednesday and Thursday, at least for Bitcoin, are actually pretty good days. And if you take a look at Ethereum, over the last month, Wednesday has been the best day for Ethereum. And over the course of the last 3 months, Wednesday has also been the strongest day. So because of that, in combination with a bullish divergence right here with the price, and some sort of absorption. I mean, you can not only see that the price made lower lows and the RSI made higher lows, but you can also see that the open interest pushed down even lower with the price holding. That's absorption. So because of that, I think today we have a chance to reclaim 4,250. It would be great if we could, and then we can expect recovery into 4,400, 4,440 and stability. Like, this is the best case scenario, and this is a possibility today. But because of the weakness we've seen from Ethereum and because of the situation it's in right now, I would still say that it's best to be prepared, or at least I would say it's best to be, it's best to be prepared for a move down lower into the 90-day rolling VWAP, and that's not unlikely, right? So those are my thoughts. I still think I think it's possible to get recovery here. I think it's more likely we'll do something like this still. So I'll keep you updated on that every day, of course, but for now, those are my thoughts on Ethereum. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.